the Swan Gang Racing channel.
Damn, Jesse, what we got going on here? This is a rare sight right here. Is Bluecheww on the lift?
Yeah, Bluechew's on the lift. We ain't got no race cars in the shop, so I called Kyle over. Boss man's stomach's not feeling good, so it's just me and Kyle right now. We're gonna finally dip into the upgrades on Bluecheww. Hopefully to help her out a little bit to go a little faster.
Yeah, I say, because right now here, let's go take a walk around the shop real quick. Obviously, you see this lift right here. Bluechew's on this one. We do a little pan right here. Nothing.
No.
Nothing. We got
I will forewarn everyone.
We got Jesse. Hey, yeah.
The shop is a little bit of a mess because it was chaotic getting ready for Texas.
It was. We had 3 engines we had to get ready.
3 engines tear apart.
Change all the fluid. Yeah.
Everything. And so right now when Kyle shows you, it's gonna be a little bit of a mess. Don't be mad at me. It'll be cleaned up soon enough.
It will be.
We want to get Bluecheww done first.
Well, originally we were supposed to be off this whole month, right? And then Justin and Todd. Who started it first, Todd or Justin?
I don't know.
Me neither. It's 50-50. They both like to race, but they said, hey, we're gonna go to April. We're gonna go to Darlington here, April 12th. Yeah. April 11th and 12th, I believe, are the dates.
Yes.
All 3 cars will be there.
This weekend coming up.
Yep. All 3 cars will be there.
Yep.
All 3 cars will be there. Hey, I think Sir Vincent's getting a little something spicy done to it, ain't it?
Sir Vincent's just getting a little fix up.
Getting a little minor touch up.
She still looks the same she was, but everything fixed, she's good to go.
What about Prenup? Because we know Prenup messed us up pretty good in Texas. So what?
Prenup's at Modern right now. She's getting a little fixed and loving too.
Justin and the boys getting her dialed in.
Yeah, hopefully she's all good.
Modern's the best in the game. If she's over there, we know she's in good hands.
And then the rig's getting serviced.
We even got a rig here.
Yeah, we don't even got a rig.
We got the little gooseneck, right?
Yeah, and I got my gooseneck, which I got to roll out Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The Pro Mod.
Hell yeah.
The Pro Mod's getting a little loving too.
Yes,
so we're at Wizards.
Well, the Pro Mod, there's only one person we could really blame on that one.
Yes. Yes.
But upgrades are still good.
But yeah,
upgrades are still good.
Upgrades. Justin was having a little issue with brakes, so we're getting all that fixed, making them a little more comfortable.
But Jesse, I ain't gonna judge you. But we're gonna slow pan a little bit over here. But y'all see, she's a little messy, but we ain't got no race cars over here.
Even Outdated's gone.
Even Outdated's gone.
Finally at the wiring shop over at Modern. They're getting her hooked up. She's gonna be wired, sent over to Glass Life, and brought back home, and we're gonna finally go testing.
Glass Life. I think we just got put behind on Glass Life. I don't know if you've seen that.
I haven't seen it, but
have you seen that C8 that just got sent to Glass Life? You got a little work to do over there. You got a little work. Travis, I don't know if you watched that race.
Oh, I seen that race.
That's that one. Yeah, Travis, the spray paint. Yeah, Colt, however you pronounce his name, I don't want to say it, but he took it back with him to Glass Life to get it back right. To get it back right. But here's old Bluecheww right here, guys. She's looking good. She kind of let us down a little bit on Thursday, but we still love her. She's new to us. We're gonna get her right. Justin got a laptop on order. That's step 1. We need a laptop. The little dash did help us a little bit. We were able to do a few things with that, but ultimately, Bluecheww needs its own laptop. Because everything else in this place is Field Tech. Old girl here is Holly, so she needs her own. So nothing gets messed up.
Me and Kyle have been doing a little planning, talking. We're gonna kind of go over old Bluecheww, do a complete service.
Yep.
We're gonna flush the radiator. We're gonna try to maybe put new spark plugs in her.
This one thing that
it's a little nightmare, but
when we're used to Hemis, the LS plugs suck. I'm gonna say.
If we put little new plugs in it, maybe we'll clean her up a little bit.
Yeah, fresh oil, fresh coolant.
Fresh oil, fresh coolant.
But what's the big thing we got?
The big thing is Quick Performance. Quick Performance came on board with us this year with Bluecheww project.
Look at that.
They actually sponsored the whole 9-inch rear end setup, and they even sent us disc brake conversion.
They did. Me and Jesse were sitting here, we're like, dude, do we really want to put drum brakes back on this thing? I'm like, man,
I'm not a drum brake guy. Kyle worked in dealership.
Working at Nissan a little bit, they had a lot of them on there.
I don't understand drum brakes.
They're simple, but honestly, they're mechanical.
If it was me and myself, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'll tell you right now.
They're not that bad. But luckily, we have one more box to open, and that box we opened had everything we need. So Bluecheww will have rear disc brakes on it. No more drums on old girl. So me and Jesse, we're gonna work on getting this one out of here. Which now that we know, we ain't gotta pull none of the axles and none of that out. This just became a whole lot simpler. Drive shaft here, hold that for a second.
Drive shaft's about ready to come out. Pretty much is.
We need to get us a little.
Might need a little screwdriver. But we're gonna get old girl.
Off of her.
Yeah.
Should be able to come in here and
Oh, there she goes.
give her a little get on out of there. Let's see if we're gonna leak anything. You want? If we nope.
We're good.
Look at there, no leaks. No leaks. This is the lightest drive shaft out of the whole fleet, and this one. Now I'm just getting the carbon one.
Yeah. And then we might try to figure out something with this exhaust.
Yep.
I didn't make it out to the list race now. I was still on the way home from Modern. And the boys went out there and raced. And I heard Bluecheww didn't really do good. And Kyle had some ideas, I heard.
Well, some of the guys over there that know a little bit more about the LS stuff than we do, because we're Hemi people over here, I ain't gonna lie now. We don't know too much about this. But some of them said the exhaust is a little too long on it, which I could understand. Especially with turbo, exhaust is everything, is what I'm told. But we got a nice B-van clamp right here. We can loosen that.
And maybe pull her off
Should just
and give
dump
her a
on
little...
out right here. We'll see. That's the boss man decision. We're gonna text him and ask him, see what he wants to do.
We'll
on
figure
that
all
one.
that out.
Yep. But yeah, no. Me and Jesse, we're gonna get this rear end pulled out, and while we're pulling it out, we'll be right back with y'all.
Thing went in there kind of pretty easily. I just got out here, guys.
Swap the thing up, tighten the shocks.
I ain't been feeling too good, but they got the truck up here, got it all swapped over.
Yep.
Nice little piece. Big shout out, Quick Performance. Ooh-wee.
She's ready.
We'll take
Oh
some.
no, it bolted up like a dream.
Yeah.
And for an S10, obviously you think this being a 96, most beautiful truck I've seen underneath here. Like no rust at all underneath this thing.
I'll tell you, this is a nice little unit.
That was the big thing was...
Just a typical Florida surface.
Everything
rust
came
up
out with ease. There was
Good.
no... I didn't need a torch to get it out or anything.
there. She popped out of there good. Gotta get them in.
Hell yeah.
We'll start playing around with these brakes. That'll be the next biggest thing before we show the
We'll
axle.
get that done, and we can get the rear gear in. Drive shaft. Drive shaft look good. I'm sure this thing's probably what got steel in it.
Tiny thing.
We need
But we do got a greasable U-joint. We all right.
we need to grease that. Make sure you grease that.
Got a greasable U-joint.
We might have to get with Wild's drive shaft and get us a carbon up in this thing.
I mean, you feel it though. This thing's light. It probably weighs like 5-6 pounds.
Oh.
Not much.
Okay. I didn't know if it'd be.
It's
Yeah.
tiny. No, it don't
We just
weigh
don't
much.
want to overdo that drive shaft.
That one was not probably.
Yeah, if we had a break in this thing,
That's meant for the old farmer riding around the pasture going 20.
if we had a little trans brake in this thing, we might be screwed with that drive shaft.
Well, maybe something down the road we can upgrade.
Yep.
Look at it, you got supportive in there.
Yep. All right, let's start messing around with these brakes.
Man,
Studs for
I'm gonna hop on a call with some people to try to get a couple more parts for this thing, 'cause we got to pick up some ET. We went out there, we lost a whole second. We're not 100% sure why.
Probably either your turbo's going bad or spark plugs are just wore out. Could be all kinds of things.
So we're gonna go ahead and do some maintenance on her.
Gonna get a little more torque to the rear end now.
Yeah.
Pull this is all-
Now we're ready. Now we're ready to go 150,
Yeah, well now
60 foot.
you're gonna be able to hold the brake a little better too. Because you got a little better brakes in the back, so you're
Yeah.
holding the beams a little better.
I'm ready. I'm ready. All right, guys. So the boys got the new 9-inch rear end up in Bluecheww. Woo! Woo! Yeah. With the new brakes, calipers. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna have to go try this. What happened there,
Yeah,
Kyle?
like a little pulse in your leg. You ever have that? You get like a little shake?
Oh no, you just almost.
Yeah, it felt like a zap right there. Ow.
Jess is over here getting it put together.
I'm proud.
Now, if it was me, I'd have put that stuff on when the axle was out of the truck.
Blame me. You blame me. I'll take it.
That's all right. We're gonna have some VP oil going down in there. Shout out to Big VP. They don't run no rear steer or anything in these things.
Both of them are neutral. They were neutral when they came out.
Let's go. We're gonna have to put some rear steer because we're about to lay some power to this thing. We're about to lay some power to this thing.
Start messing with it now. Let's see what she does.
It ain't gonna get much worse, Jesse.
Yeah, we got bleed brakes.
You do.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for this, dude. Just got off the phone with Bullseye Turbos. So we're getting
turbo coming.
Get a new turbo coming. Gotta get a laptop. Laptop so we can read the data.
That's number one.
Data or data? Is it data or data?
I like
You
that.
can say both.
Say both.
Yeah.
So we got that.
We got new tires coming.
We got new tires coming. We're gonna mount up new tires. Our next thing is going to be possibly swapping this thing over to E85.
Yeah.
So new injectors. We're gonna have to put all new fuel lines in it and shit, but
That's cake.
that's all light duty stuff.
And fittings.
Light duty king. So
Yep, we got a little T right here. We'll hook this on line too.
now, how far will this go up? Well, wait, only reason I'm asking, I wonder if it'll break that brake line.
Oh, I don't think so.
We can see him now. Worst case too.
No, we'll have to come back here and zip tie it right
I
here.
don't even think it will, because the brake lines were just hanging there before too.
Yeah, we need to get all of them on, and then we need to bleed the brakes. Hell yeah. We're getting closer, boys. We're getting closer.
Hell yeah.
Tomorrow for sure.
All right, guys, so it looks like the boys got the new 9-inch rear end setup inside the car. I got extremely sick. My voice is a little scratchy, messed up right now. I don't know exactly what happened. The last 24 hours has been really rough. Was really bad. What's that one going on?
It was loose.
Loose? Yeah, it was just sitting out of there. Maybe Kyle's changing plugs. But my long story short, if people follow on my other page of social media, my tonsils swelled up and don't know what happened. Went and got checked to see if I had strep throat, mono, all that. Doctors weren't able to tell me nothing. I was telling Lauren this happened Monday around like 3 o'clock. I was like, man, my throat's getting itchy. She's like, well, let's take some medicine. So I took some medicine real quick. Was up all night, wasn't able to sleep at all. It got to the point where I wasn't able to I couldn't talk come Tuesday morning. So I was gonna go to urgent care. I went a little loose too. I was gonna go to urgent care. So I went to urgent care. They said, you didn't have strep, didn't have mono, didn't have COVID, none of that, go take some Motrin and see if the swelling would go down. So I left. I was heading home, and like I said, I couldn't talk on the phone, but I was texting my mom and Lauren, and I said, something's not right. I'm starting to get to where I can't breathe. I can't, it's getting harder to breathe and everything. So I turned around. It's pretty rough right now. I turned around and head to the hospital, and my tonsils were swelling up, and it was closing my airway to be able to breathe and swallow my own saliva. I couldn't even swallow my saliva anymore. So, they want to take my tonsils out, so I got to schedule that in. I'm going to have surgery to have that done. But, dude, it's the scariest thing I've ever been a part of. But we finally was able to get to the hospital. I spent all day, most of the night in the hospital, and they pumped me full of fluids and stuff, and I was actually able to get a little bit better. Now I just have a real scratchy, storchy voice, but we're back out here in the shop to just see what the guys got going on. They stayed and worked all day yesterday getting all the fluids and everything done.
All the rigs got serviced yesterday.
All the
Little
rigs?
P and the 450 ready to hit.
Really?
Yeah, oil change.
So the only thing I gotta do next week, so the big rig's done too. I just gotta do the generator on the trailer.
Yeah, we did.
Do the generator on the trailer, and we're golden for a while.
Me and Jesse knocked them guys out yesterday.
Where'd you get that tool at?
I was over there. We were yesterday. We were in the other shop doing the oil changes and stuff. I just seen this thing sitting in the corner collecting dust. I'm like, that's the small size we need for Bluecheww.
Right there.
Oh, 05. It worked out perfect too.
So Kyle's getting some spark
I will
plugs.
say though too, I'm just so glad my mama took my tonsils out when I was 3. I ain't had them things ever.
Yeah, it was rough, dude. It was
Whenever
brutal.
they mentioned it, that's the first thing I thought of. Like, I asked Corey, I said, he still got his tonsils? He said, yup.
And now they're saying, I guess it's harder now than when you're older
Yup.
to get them taken out. So,
I got taken out when I was 3. I was a little kid. I don't remember that shit.
yeah. So I gotta schedule it in. I'm gonna have that done. I said I couldn't talk. I couldn't. You can hear my voice now. I'm just so happy to be able to even have a drink again. I tell you right now, y'all don't realize how much, and I didn't realize how much saliva you go through. Because I wasn't able to swallow it. I had to spit it. I was spitting out cups and cups and cups of saliva. I know I've been telling everybody I need to go on a diet, but I lost 8 pounds in one day. 8 pounds because I was just sitting there spitting and not eating nothing. I couldn't. It was impossible. But so I'm gonna get with we're gonna get with doctors and everything when we get some time off. We're gonna be down and out for a little bit, but Kyle is finishing up some things to get finalized. We are gonna have the new 9-inch set up in the car, so we're not gonna have to worry about that no more.
Nope, it ain't. We break that one, we did damn good.
Yeah, shout out to Bullseye. They're sending us a turbo that will be here on Monday because, you know, next Thursday we got to go back to the list race. Hopefully we show up with a different car. So we're going to go ahead and put the other turbo on. We are going to hopefully that'll let us make more power. We got some other little upgrades that we're wanting to do, as in sooner or later we're going to put injectors on it.
Yep.
We're going to run out of fuel pump.
We got the CO2 kit for it.
We got the CO2 kit
We're
for it.
going to do that today. That shouldn't take too awful long.
So we'll be able to flow how much boost and everything we want to go to it.
Hell yeah. And then y'all boys are heading out to Darlington this weekend, ain't you?
We're going to Darlington. Kyle's going to Theo Vaughn.
I got tickets. My fiance got me tickets for my birthday to go see Theo Vaughn. I ain't passing that up. We're supposed to be off this month.
I like
This
Theo
was last-
Vaughn, and I like what's the other boy's name? That always
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
If them two ever did a tour, I'd pay $1,000 for that all day long.
I'll tell you right now, them two right there are the funniest ones out there. So I'm not mad at you for it. But we're going to Darlington. We weren't going to be racing until May, but Todd asked me, he's like, hey man, can we go to Darlington to run this race? And I said, sure. And it pays $20,000. So we're going to try to go out there. We had to get prenup rewired. Shout out to Modern Racing. They got us hooked up. Shout out to Quick Performance, Fuel Tech for getting the parts back over to us to be able to run this race that's coming up. So we got a lot of great companies that we're working with, and without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. Just like without y'all, we wouldn't be able to do this either. So we got new Bluecheww shirts on the way.
I seen that. You showed us
Yeah.
yesterday.
So they'll be dropping here, I think, next week. And, you know, just like I told the boys, everything that we make off of the Bluecheww shirt will go right back in to the Bluecheww truck. We're not taking it to use it for nothing else. We're gonna keep it in its own little community style deal. So I told the guys, you know, I really want to push this, run this deal, and they're about to start getting their own suits and everything in. We're gonna start letting them run the car. Same thing with the Cutlass out back. They asked if they put it together, can they go ahead and run that setup? And I said, sure. So I don't know exactly what their route is. We'll get with everybody once we get back, but
Yeah, I'm over here learning on your car, so that way when I get over there,
hey, you just run it all through.
we know what we're doing.
But yeah, everything's going together nice and smoothly. We got some spark plugs coming in this afternoon. Once we get those in, we can be able to fire it up. I think everything will be done, as in we can go test drive.
Take a test drive after we
Yeah, they did tell me to put a couple heat cycles.
That's what I was thinking too.
They said put a couple heat cycles back there before we just go ahead and go out and let go of the butt.
We'll break her in on the street.
So
Hell yeah.